Joining us right now, the host of the Steve Malzberg Show right here on Newsmax TV, the man himself, Steve Malzberg. Great to have you back with us, Steve.
Thanks, John. Always great to be here.
All right, so you talked to Donald Trump today. The full interview will play tonight in less than 2 hours right here on Newsmax TV. Tell us what Trump had to say, other than the big news you got confirmed today that he is going to be at that next Fox News debate moderated by Megyn Kelly.
Right. He did say he did commit to going to that debate, which is on March 3rd. Said him not showing up at the last one had nothing to do with Megyn Kelly. It was a Roger Ailes deal, and he looks forward to being there. He does not regret not going to the last one. He touched on a lot of issues. He touched on, first of all, at the debate last night on the Democrat side, the issue of Hillary's Goldman Sachs speeches, and the transcripts that exist from those speeches came up, and she was asked if she would release them. And he said that Hillary, she hemmed and hawed, but he said she might have to release them, politically speaking, of course, not lawfully, because pressure will start mounting. He was also very shocked to hear that the latest Quinnipiac national poll out today shows that Bernie Sanders is within 2 points of Hillary. He was really surprised about that. He thinks something is going to happen to Hillary as a result of the emails, but he thinks the Democrats are protecting her, so he doesn't know how far it will go.
Well, we also have that clip. You guys were good enough to give us a little preview. Here is Trump talking about those Hillary Clinton transcripts. Let's take a listen.
I think she's going to have to. And, she's always claiming the big bad bankers. And then she gets hundreds of thousands of dollars to make speeches. And she says certain things behind closed doors. So I think she'll probably be forced to do that.
Good stuff there, Steve. Are you surprised that Hillary Clinton has still had such a difficult time explaining this? I mean, come up with an answer and stick to it.
It keeps changing. Her latest one, and this is why, if Bernie Sanders really wants to win and pursues this, he will say, okay, your latest explanation for going to Goldman Sachs and taking the $650,000, which, by the way, I would do, is you told them what they could expect from you. You told them, you scolded them. Well, transcripts exist. Release the transcript. She didn't say no, but in typical Hillary fashion, she said, I'll investigate it. I don't know. So that's never going to happen unless Sanders keeps hitting on it.
Yeah, he seems unwilling to do that. I guess his campaign would say they have a strategy that seems to be working based on those poll numbers that you cited. But this seems like it could definitely get him over that line, move the needle enough where he would actually be beating her in those national polls. We'll see. Steve, great interview again with Donald Trump. Tell us a little bit more about it, what people can expect when they see the full thing at 7 p.m.
Yeah, no, a lot more. He weighs in on Bernie Sanders and actually used the C word, communist. And you know how Bernie Sanders has gone around saying, I want to run against Donald Trump. And Donald's logic is, if they say that they want to run against you, that's because they really don't want to run against you. So it was a subdued Donald Trump, but it was great talking to him, and I think everybody out there will find it very interesting.
Did he mention anything about a little bit of strategy shift based on Iowa, getting more folks out there on the ground, improving that get out the vote effort?
Well, he did talk about, when I asked him if he still considers Ted Cruz to be his main competition, he said, I don't know. He said everybody's competition. And I think, I did ask him about Marco Rubio, said you've trashed Bush, you've trashed Cruz, you've trashed Carson, but you really haven't gone after Rubio. Are you going to? And he said, I'm not going to give away my strategy. But he did say that the Rick Santorum endorsement of Rubio hurt Rubio greatly, because Santorum was asked by Joe Scarborough, well, what are his accomplishments? What are Rubio's accomplishments?
Yeah, everybody was talking about that. Everybody was talking about that.
And Santorum had really nothing to say, yeah. So, but he knows that Rubio, let's put it this way, Rubio is definitely on his radar screen. He made that clear today in the interview. And I think people will enjoy the Donald Trump that appeared with me today.
I know they will, Steve, and great talking with you. Good luck, and congrats on this interview. Good one.
Thank you, John. Have a good weekend.
You too, Steve. All right, the full interview again, 7 o'clock right here on Newsmax TV tonight. Stick around. We got much more to come here on Newsmax Now.